Hello there! Dina from 5 Monkeys Inc. here. We're going to paint a kitty bowl today. Now, we have black, we have kind of a orangey, tannish brown, green, and pink. You can paint an all black cat. You can paint an all brown cat. You could leave a white cat and just do a face. You could do a striped cat. You can do whatever you want to this cat. I, however, am going to do a quick little calico. And I'm going to start with black and just do like a little dab of black here, a little dab of black here, a little dab of black here. I'm going to rinse it off and go for my brown. And typically with glaze, we do 3 coats, but in this instance, I'm not, because I'm kind of blending and trying to get just kind of a natural kitty look. And there is no rhyme or reason to that. If you leave it white, it'll be white. Now I'm doing this fairly transparently. You're seeing the white below, but then it also kind of makes it look like fur a little bit. We could dab if we wanted to. There are not a ton of rules on this. I'm kind of rehydrating that black under there so I don't end up with a spot. But maybe a spot's what we want. We don't know. So we will just do this. Oh, excuse me. I don't know how to pause and edit that, hopefully. It'll be all right. We're just taking some yellow. I'm going to come back through with a little bit more black. And just mess. Then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to do a little bit of both on the bottom as well. Use it up. Anything you leave white will be white. When you bring it back to me, I will overglaze it so everything will be shiny, food safe for your cat or dog or yourself if you want to use it. I don't know if you did the last one, but at that point I was by the shops at Roosevelt. I have moved. I am now in Valley Junction. Loving it here. Seeing a lot of new people. So I hope to see you soon too. Summer's coming. Kids will be out looking for things to do. I got a lot of things for kids to do. Well, a lot of projects to choose from, I should say. So we're just gonna keep on covering all this white space. No rhyme or reason. And I was thinking it was a he, but I think calicos are only females, so it's a she, I guess. Maybe it's a they, we don't know. All right, now I'm gonna do all my little edges. Just with a mix of the brown and the black. Quick, fun little project. And if you're an absolute rule follower, this might, maybe you just want to do a solid cat. Maybe calico is daunting. I wouldn't, none of it's really super stressful. Just painted. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. So what I'm gonna do now is take my little brush and do, if you do a solid color, you probably want 2 coats of your color if you're gonna do a black cat or a brown cat. This pink for the ears, we're gonna wanna go over a couple times because we're trying to block out the color behind it, because remember, 1 coat of glaze is always going to be pretty transparent, and you're going to see either the white ceramic below, or in this instance, you're going to see the paint, the other colors from below. So I'm just getting one good coat there. Maybe kind of thick. And then while that dries, I can see that's already soaked in a little bit. We'll go over that again. And while that dries, if you feel like freehanding a face on there, you go right ahead. I am not a freehander, and I like things to be super centered or not lopsided. So I'm just going to kind of line this up in the middle. You're going to want the dark red side down. And this is transfer paper, and all these lines will burn off in the kiln. So if you get a line where you don't want one, you don't need to worry. And it's just a guideline. And we'll just trace over. Trace the other eye. Her little heart nose. And some little whiskers. And then, just like with the ears, we want the eyes. And see, I went off the line there, but that's okay. See, there's our line. It's just a guideline. We're going to do the eyes first because I'm going to do that super thick so that it covers up the color behind. And we still may end up seeing some of it through, but it'll be enough green that we'll know that that's the eyes. But I'm just kind of blobbing that on there pretty darn thickly. Bring it out to that corner. And that'll take a little bit to dry. You may want to come back even half an hour later and put another little coat on. I'm going to move pretty quickly though so that you don't sit here with me on this video and watch paint dry because it's kind of boring. So there are my eyes. And then I am going to, I want my nose pink. You can do your nose black. You can do what you want to do. Yeah. Doing a little nose. And then with the black, I think with our inclination with brushes is to press down with the brush. Like if I touch this here and press it down, see how wide that line gets? So what I'm going to do is get a little dip on the end of the brush and then just barely like hover it above the ceramic and then move out. And it's a thinner, thicker line. So we'll start there, and I'll start on the inside because then it'll get thinner as I go out. And you can make your whiskers short. You can make your whiskers really long if you want to. Just like that. And I'm just using that red line as a guideline. I kind of didn't want them to touch at the bottom, so I'm moving them out a little bit. Just to give you an idea. Or you can trace them exactly. It's totally up to you. And then I want to start in the middle here. And come on. Get that little face there. Do that. I'm really excited to see what you all make, because I know that there'll be some that want to follow the video exactly, and then there's going to be some that are like, I don't need no stinking video, and they're going to do their own thing, and that's awesome too. We're still going to all end up with something really cute when we're done. You don't have to outline that. I just decided to. And then my eyes are absolutely not dry, but I'm going to go ahead and do it, and this should just kind of float in there. It should technically have another, I would do another coat of green, but I'm just going to put that in there. And I kind of remember where those lines underneath are, and so I'm just doing just a little drag and drop. And there is our kitty cat. Might need another coat in the ears and all that, but like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and watch paint dry with y'all. If you have any questions, you can always text me. It's on the sheet that came with your kit. And when you bring it back, if you could bring me all the containers and the brushes, I really like to reuse things where I can. Keeps costs down and is better for the environment. So I will see you soon when you bring me your treasure to be fired, and we'll talk to you then. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.